It is early in the morning and I am leaving home for a short trip across the city. I have a rolling suitcase beside me, a small travel card in my hand, and my phone in my pocket. Everything I use today is ordinary, but each object gives me a chance to describe actions clearly and naturally. First, I pick up my Metro card. It is a small, flat plastic card about the size of a bank card. It is light, firm, and smooth. It may feel slightly cool when I first hold it because the plastic surface is hard and dry. The card has a front side, a back side, thin edges, and sometimes a printed label, a number, or a small symbol. It is made of plastic. It feels smooth in my hand. It is light. It feels lighter than it looks. A basic sentence is, I use my card. A clearer sentence is, I tap my Metro card at the gate. A more detailed sentence is, I hold the card between my thumb and first finger, place it near the scanner, and tap it gently against the card reader until I hear a beep. At the station entrance, I walk toward the gate. A gate is the moving barrier that opens after you pay the fare. The fare is the money you pay for a bus, train, or metro ride. Near the gate, there is usually a small scanner or card reader. It may have a screen, a light, and a flat surface where you tap your card. To tap means to touch something lightly and quickly. You tap a card on a scanner. You do not usually say, hit the card on the machine, because that sounds too strong. You simply tap it. I hold the card steady, bring it close to the scanner, and tap it once. The machine makes a short beep. Then the gate opens and I walk through. The beep tells me that the card was accepted. Sometimes the screen shows my balance. The balance is the amount of money still available on the card. I might say, my balance is low, so I need to reload my card. To reload means to add more money to a travel card. Depending on the machine, I may tap the card, select an amount on the screen, pay, and wait for the machine to confirm the new balance. Some older systems may ask you to swipe the card. To swipe means to move the card smoothly through a slot or across a reader. Tapping is usually quicker. Swiping is more common when the machine has a narrow slot or a long reader. After I pass through the gate, I pull my suitcase behind me. It is a medium-sized rolling suitcase with a fabric body, a zipper around the edge, 2 wheels at the bottom, and a telescopic handle on top. The body may be soft or hard depending on the suitcase. Mine feels sturdy but not too heavy. The wheels are small and firm, and the handle has a smooth grip. The handle can extend and retract. To extend means to pull it out until it becomes longer. To retract means to push it back down until it becomes shorter again. I place one hand on the top handle, press the small release button, and pull the telescopic handle upward. It slides out with a soft click. When it reaches the right height, it clicks into place. A basic sentence is, I pull my suitcase. A clearer sentence is, I extend the handle and roll my suitcase behind me. A more detailed sentence is, I press the button on the handle, pull it upward until it clicks into place, tilt the suitcase slightly toward me, and roll it behind me on its wheels. To roll means to move on wheels. To drag means to pull something along the ground, often when it does not move smoothly. You want to roll a suitcase. You may drag it when the wheels get stuck on a rough surface, but rolling sounds smoother and more natural. When I reach the stairs, I do not drag the suitcase down each step. Instead, I grip the side handle, support the base with my other hand, and lift it carefully. The base is the bottom part of the suitcase. I keep my back straight, bend my knees a little, and avoid lifting with one arm only if the suitcase feels heavy. The zipper runs around the edge of the suitcase. It has a small metal pull. I can pull the zipper open, unzip the case, place something inside, and zip it back up. It is better to say zip it up than close the zipper, although both are understandable. Before I continue, I check that the zipper is fully closed. Otherwise, the suitcase may open while I am walking. I also make sure the handle is secure. If I need to put the suitcase in a small space, I press the release button and retract the handle. At the train station, I need to buy a ticket from a machine. The ticket machine has a large screen on the front, a card slot, a payment area, and sometimes a small opening where the printed ticket comes out. The screen is smooth and bright. It may have buttons around the sides, although many newer machines use touch screens. I stand in front of the machine and look at the screen. First, I select my language, then I select my destination. To select means to choose one option from a list. After that, I enter the number of tickets I need. To enter means to put information into a machine, usually by tapping numbers or letters on a screen. I can say I buy a ticket. A clearer sentence is, I select my destination and pay for my ticket. A more detailed sentence is, I select English on the screen, enter my destination, confirm the fare, insert my card into the slot, and wait for the machine to print my ticket and receipt. To confirm means to check something and say that it is correct. The machine may show the price before payment. I look carefully at the destination, the number of tickets, and the total fare. Then I tap confirm. If I pay by card, I may insert my card into a slot, tap it on a reader, or scan it, depending on the machine. The ticket comes out through a narrow opening. I take the printed ticket, then wait for the receipt. A receipt is the small piece of paper that shows what I paid for. I keep the ticket in a safe pocket or small compartment in my bag. I do not bend it too much or throw it away too early, because I may need it again when I leave the station. Soon, I arrive at a tall building near my hotel. I need to use an elevator. The elevator doors are usually made of metal or glass. In front of them, there is a button panel. The panel may have an up button, a down button, and small lights. I press the up button because I need to go to a higher floor. Press means to push with controlled force. I do not need to push hard. A gentle press is enough. The button lights up and I wait. When the elevator arrives, the doors slide open. Slide means to move smoothly along a track. Elevator doors slide open and slide shut. They do not usually flip open because they are not attached by a hinge. I wait until people inside step out, then I move in with my suitcase. I keep the suitcase close to me and make sure its wheels do not block the doors. Inside, I look at the button panel and press my floor number. The elevator rises. To rise means to move upward. Later, it may descend, which means move downward. As the elevator rises, I may feel a small, smooth movement in my body. I keep my suitcase upright and hold the handle steady. When the doors open, I pull the suitcase out carefully. I do not rush through the opening while the doors are closing. If the doors start to close too soon, I can press the door open button. It is usually marked with 2 arrows pointing away from each other. At the hotel room, I take out my key card. It is another small plastic card, similar to a Metro card, but it unlocks the door. The door has a handle, a lock, and a card reader near the handle. Depending on the hotel, I may insert the key card into a slot or scan it by holding it close to the reader. I place the card near the scanner. A small light turns green and I hear a click. That click tells me that the lock has opened. Then I press down on the handle and push the door away from me. A basic sentence is, I open the hotel door. A clearer sentence is, I scan my key card and unlock the door. A more detailed sentence is, I hold the key card near the reader, wait for the green light and click, press down on the handle, and push the door open into the room. I pull my suitcase inside, close the door, and make sure it latches. A latch is the part that holds the door closed. Some hotel doors close automatically and snap shut with a solid click. I check that the door is fully closed before I walk farther into the room. Later, I decide to get coffee. I open my map app on my phone. The phone is flat, smooth, and light. The screen is made of glass, so it feels hard and cool. I hold it around the sides, keeping my fingers away from the camera lens. I tap the map app, then search for a nearby coffee shop. To search means to look for something by typing its name or choosing a category. The map shows my current location as a small dot, then it gives me a route. A route is the path from one place to another. The app may show walking directions, bus directions, or driving directions. I zoom in to see the streets more clearly. I zoom out to see a larger area. To zoom in, I place 2 fingers on the screen and move them apart. To zoom out, I pinch the screen by moving 2 fingers closer together. Pinch is the natural word because the fingers come together like you are lightly pinching something. I can say I check the map. A clearer sentence is, I search for a coffee shop and follow the route. A more detailed sentence is, I open the map app, search for a nearby coffee shop, zoom in on the street, check my location, and follow the walking directions. Soon, I reach a busy street. I stop at the curb. The curb is the raised edge between the sidewalk and the road. I wait for the crossing signal. I do not step off the curb immediately. First, I look both ways. I look left, then right, then left again. I watch the traffic and listen for cars, buses, bicycles, or motorcycles. When the signal shows that it is safe to walk, I step off the curb and cross at the crosswalk. A crosswalk is the marked area where people should cross the street. I keep walking, but I do not look down at my phone while crossing. I keep my head up, watch the traffic, and stay aware of my surroundings. At the coffee shop, I stand near the counter and choose a drink. I might ask for a hot coffee, an iced latte, or tea. I can add milk, sugar, or an extra shot. I can also remove something. For example, I might say, "Could I get that without whipped cream?" Add means put something in. Remove means take something out or leave something off. The drink comes in a cup with a lid. The lid fits over the top opening and helps prevent spills. If it is a hot drink, the barista may add a cup sleeve. A cup sleeve is the thick paper cover around the middle of the cup. It protects my hand from the heat. I hold the cup around the middle, not by the lid. I keep it upright because hot drinks can spill easily. If I have an iced drink, I may place a straw through the small opening in the lid. A basic sentence is, "I get coffee." A clearer sentence is, "I order a coffee with milk." A more detailed sentence is, "I choose an iced latte, ask for less sugar, check the lid, place the straw through the opening, and keep the cup upright while I carry it outside." At the end of the day, I have used a card, a ticket machine, a suitcase, an elevator, a hotel key card, a map app, a crosswalk, and a coffee cup. Each object has its own shape, surface, parts, sounds, and actions, but the most useful language comes from describing exactly what my hands do. I tap a card, I scan a key card, I press a button, I select an option, I enter information, I confirm the details, I print a ticket, I pull a handle, I extend it, I retract it, I roll a suitcase, I lift it when I need to, I wait at the curb, I look both ways, I step off carefully, I zoom in, zoom out, and pinch the screen. I choose a drink, add what I want, remove what I do not want, and keep the cup upright. Here is a small listening challenge. I stand in front of a machine. I look at the screen, choose my destination, enter the number of tickets, check the fare, place my card near the reader, and wait for a small piece of paper to come out through an opening. I am buying a train ticket from a machine. I select the destination, enter the information, confirm the fare, pay, and collect the printed ticket and receipt.